My brothers, it shocks no one that effective more established ladies battle to find a man that they need to spouse them up and for good reasons. This is on the grounds that most of fruitful ladies out there will continuously really like to wed a man that is either at their level or way above them socially and monetarily. We know hypergamy is undefeated, so these ladies find it difficult to wed a man they see underneath them, which they would call settling. Accordingly, we progress in years. For fruitful profession ladies to say they can do everything without anyone else, I say, better believe it, go pass on alone. It doesn't really matter to me that these ladies can't track down a man. They are the ones who shift the concentration and pursue their professions. Everything's all good to do that. Simply don't say anything negative. They pick this life, so they simply need to manage it or take the men they can get and treat them. If not, they would rather not settle since they can't find a man that is above them. It doesn't matter to me who needs to be disturbed on the grounds that ladies have no issue dissing unsuccessful men. So how could I give it a second thought on the off chance that they can't track down a man to focus on in light of the fact that they are excessively fruitful? That is their concern. Try not to feel frustrated about them. Consistently keep your veins cold, since it doesn't matter to them when you can't get the lady you need. This carries me to an article I found by thepowermoves.com, which is an excellent article on why effective ladies fall flat at dating. We will jump into it. It gets going. Effective ladies' lives are frequently not close to as fruitful at dating. A large portion of us heard or experienced narrative proof of effective ladies dating hardships. You know Jane, that savvy, refined, top-level salary vocation lady who's simply so poor at dating and can't figure out how to find and clutch a decent man. Indeed, it turns out there are a great many effective Janes, yet why would that be? Number 1, the higher she goes, the more her dating pool contracts. We should begin with the principal clearest explanation. Ladies more so than men show a pretty much checked propensity towards hypergamy, implying that they favor men who are superior to them. This makes an undeniable issue on the grounds that the better she does throughout everyday life, the less qualified men she will find who is at her level or above. Perplexingly, normal ladies make some more straightforward memories, meeting engaging dating choices than effective ladies do. Up to this point, this article is right on target. Ladies would rather not date down on account of hypergamy, and they will constantly need the best man they can get. Yet what ladies don't comprehend is that the more cash they make, the less accessible men will fit the bill for those ladies. They believe it's the converse and more men will be accessible, which is basically not the situation for men. This is valid. The more cash you make, the more ladies will be accessible on the grounds that you have won over. Men with cash couldn't care less about how much a lady makes. So this is the way the womanist movement has fooled ladies into accepting that they are men and similar principles apply, which obviously they don't. People are unique, and obviously ladies won't ever comprehend that their prosperity and abundance are not picking signals for men. We need compliant, helpful, ladylike, attractive and lovely ladies, not an alpha female or manager bish. They will keep on battling with dating if a large portion of them don't date down, and that is only the truth. We should proceed. Ladies need men who are in front of them, thus the farther she ventures, the less the men. Ladies believe that a major compensation and a major name school ought to expand their choices, yet some of the time the inverse is valid. Obviously, we are discussing inclinations. Ladies can truly recreate with any working man, yet dating less fruitful men wants to settle to the greater part of them. That is precisely the exact thing I said. This thing about settling is harming them more, and in the event that they can't comprehend that straightforward, organic market is the reason they can't get the men they need. There are not much of men at the top, and not all men at the top will need a lady at the top, so it knocks my socks off that effective ladies can't grasp this. The higher up the financial scale an individual goes, the less individuals will be at that level. That is essential market interest. Be that as it may, the higher up the financial stepping stool the man can go, the more ladies will be accessible. So how could he settle down with a lady since she rakes in boatloads of cash, when men don't pick ladies physically due to their cash? Number 2, female achievement isn't generally so alluring as certain ladies naturally suspect. It isn't so much that men could do without effective ladies. However, number 1, men settle for the easiest option than ladies. Number 2, a few qualities men worth can be antithetic to progress. That is age, accommodation, and a supporting demeanor. Number 3, men just worth expert accomplishment in a measured way and never over their own level. Indeed, men say they esteem insight and achievement, and never would they be switched off or scared by it. However, what individuals say doesn't generally get down to business with what they do. Regardless of what they say, men lean toward ladies who are short of what they are. A few men incline toward less keen ladies. Studies show that men find female intelligence a turn-off above a certain threshold, and it's mainly when he feels that she outsmarts him that he really loses attraction. Evolutionary psychologist researcher David Buss says that men who evaluated savvy ladies exceptionally for long-haul engaging quality actually appraise them as low in physical appeal. I concur with what he's talking about on the grounds that I, for one, would have zero desire to date a lady that gets more cash flow than me. Not on the grounds that I am threatened, but since I know eventually she will focus on in my face that she gets more cash flow than me. She won't regard my power since she's above me financially. Realizing that I will be treated not as much as, how could I pursue that? A man who doesn't regard himself would take that arrangement. I would like to date a lady that makes less in light of the fact that I'm probably going to seek preferable treatment over assuming it was the reverse way around, and I can feel like a supplier and a man in my own palace. These cutting-edge ladies in America will in a real sense be poor and have a terrible loft, however. Treat men above them as not exactly. You can't make this issue. These ladies will attempt to minimize your prosperity when they can never expect to arrive at your level, except if they separate. This is a comedian world, gentlemen. I must be genuine with you. For that reason, I concur with the visa pact passing on the states to track down ladies in more unfortunate nations. Go where you're needed, not where you are endured. Simply don't be moronic and wed these ladies and take them back to your most memorable world country. You will advance rapidly how quick a lady can change around on you. I totally regard any man who accomplishes genuine work like handymen, circuit repairmen, woodworkers, bricklayers, drivers, workers for hire, etc. If not for those men, the nation wouldn't have the option to run appropriately. So large up to those men who make an appearance consistently to assemble and keep up with society. You all are esteemed. I'll likely do a section 2 to this article since it's really lengthy, so pay special attention to that. Tap the thumbs up button, buy in and share the video with the man that necessitates to hear this message.